So my job this video is to have you playing defense at an elite level, being able to come out here and say to the quarterback, give me that! The user, 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 the user. I'm gonna show you several different scenarios on how to get these interceptions, but it all comes down to one simple thing. You have to bait the quarterback. You have to make the quarterback think that the receiver is open, and right here, some of this is just instinct as well. I had a feeling as soon as the quarterback dropped back and planted that foot, I broke on the ball and took that one back to the house, you know? So right here, I'm playing some man-to-man defense, and I recognize that play too. I knew they were gonna try a screen, whether it was on my side or the other side. And remember, all of this is high risk, high reward. You are gonna get beat on some routes if you are trying to play for interceptions, you know what I'm saying? So this next scenario, I'm playing zone, and if you're kind of like in the underneath zone and not playing totally deep, you do have more of an opportunity to try to break on some of these routes in the flats or underneath, you know? Because if you have that deep route, you can't really take that risk because they could just throw it over the top of your head. You're gonna see some of that a little later. But you see, as soon as the quarterback stopped, he was looking that way. I knew I was gonna come back and break on that one and get myself another interception. So right here, I'm supposed to be playing the deep zone, but as soon as I see the wide receiver turn around, I am gonna be right there to take it from him. The quarterback let that one rip. That one goes back to playing those underneath routes and just breaking on the ball. And that is like the easiest way that you can get some pick sixes, all right? And here's the infamous clip from QJB that I randomly put up on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, where I was celebrating and they threw it right over my head for the touchdown. Now, I realized quickly playing this game as corner, you are going to have to focus on your speed, like right away when you get up here. And I am 6'2", by the way, 205 pounds. So you see the height and weight. We are a man-to-man 5-star corner. I don't really see the point in starting off as an underdog or whatever it is when you get on this game, because you only have like 4 years to do your thing. But check out, my speed is all the way up to a 94 right now. In these next scenarios, I'm going to show you the over-the-top passes. So we're playing a deep zone, and as soon as we see the quarterback throw the ball like that, we just turn around and sprint and try to beat the receiver to the ball. So you want to leave some space, so of course the quarterback will think that he is open when really he is not. Remember, that is how Deion Sanders used to do it. He said, make the quarterback think that the receiver is open, and at the last second you turn on the jets and go intercept that bad boy. And you guys have to realize I have been playing corner on these games for a long, long time. So I do probably make it look a little easier than it is. And I am playing on Heisman. Trust me, if you play it on a lower difficulty, the quarterback is not going to throw it your way as much, all right? So I do have it on Heisman. They are letting that thing rip. And when you're playing defense on a shorter field, like in the red zone right here, you want the quarterback to think the corner is wide open, because a lot of times, if they are going to throw the ball, they have one of those routes that is going to the back of the corner, and you just want to be right there to be able to intercept that bad boy and have your opponent regret throwing it your way. So moving on to the next thing. Now, most of the time in the play call menu, I do go with a lot of zone just because I feel like that is easier to get these picks with, and my teammates aren't getting burnt, because a lot of times if I'm in man-to-man, they end up getting beat deep no matter what type of defensive adjustments I make. So I do a lot of zone out here. I am trying to get these picks, playing underneath a little bit. This is kind of like in between one of those deep routes or trying to undercut the ball. But you do want to remember to use that strafe button as well, which is the L trigger, or L2 if you're on PS5. You want to kind of tap it every now and then when you're on defense. You see right now I'm strafing. They were throwing that one back deep, and I immediately turned around, used my speed, and ended up picking that thing off. But if you do like tap the button sometimes, you'll give the quarterback the impression that you're out of position, and a lot of times they'll go ahead and let the ball rip. Now I'm going to show you an example of that, hitting the strafe button. As soon as he snaps the ball, you'll be able to see those little blue arrows indicate that I am strafing. And as soon as I do that, I am slowed down. But I realize I need to turn around and sprint and get back to the ball and be able to pick that thing off. Now, one thing that you might notice, a lot of these quarterbacks throw bullets, even though that's a wobbly duck, but they don't really float it over your head that much. So that does help you out by getting these picks, because you're able to just jump up like that into the lane and take it from the quarterback. Now, as far as holding down that Y button or triangle if you're on the PS5, normally I immediately hold it down right when the quarterback lets go of the ball, because sometimes those bullet passes can get there really quick. And with the camera angle, it's hard to tell exactly where it's coming from sometimes. But you can switch that camera with up and down on the D-pad. But look at that one right there. The ball got there so fast I could barely even see it. But I'm able to take that one all the way back for the pick six as well. So a lot of this all depends on being in position, anticipating the play that they're going to run, baiting the quarterback, using that speed and strafe to your advantage, and overall just being a huge ball hawk out here on the field, being all over the place, trying to cause havoc. You see right here, I knew he was going to throw it, so I cut that route off easily for another interception. So I hope this is going to help you out with getting those picks. Like I said before, those underneath routes, you want to just break on the ball. Those deep routes, you want to turn around and sprint when you see the quarterback about to throw it. And you know, those middle intermediate routes, you have to be in the right place at the right time, pretty much playing the right zone. Or if you're in man-to-man, just encouraging the quarterback to throw your way. But we have a playoff game now. Let's get it!
Keep raining on in the keep
So here we are matched up against the Clemson Tigers in the college football playoff Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Now remember, in that ACC championship, it ended up being 53-56, the final score, and our quarterback threw for 8 touchdowns. It was an absolute unbelievable game that really featured minimal defense except for the turnovers that we caused. So I know what to expect from this team. I know they're very explosive. And there's the look from the other camera. Remember to hype up the crowd. It's up on the right stick. You might have to move a little bit before you hit the button to get your player to still hype up the crowd. But now we're playing a little bit of man-to-man defense. Now, I told you I prefer to play zone, and I probably should have made my guy a zone corner, but it is what it is. I'm still out here able to do my thing, and they have a 3rd down and 6. Throwing it into the flats, and they are going to be short of the 1st down. We get a much-needed stop already. You see we're up 7-0, and I'm hoping my offense is locked in like they were last game. As you see, we're getting a 78-yard touchdown. I'm like, okay, I guess that answered my question right there, because we are already up in this game 14-0, but you know you cannot count any team out, especially when you're playing on Heisman out here on College Football 25, because the CPU can throw that thing right over your head and get a huge touchdown before you even know it. And look at him driving it down the field, just as I was saying, trying to do something right here, running the ball, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. We stop him at the 1-yard line, but they are trying to punch it in right up the gut, and they get it. So they got a touchdown. The score is 14-7, and they have the ball back again. Look, I'm in the flats, coming up with the hit. Now, I have been pushing that RB button a lot. You know that's how you come out and try to strip the ball or do the peanut punch. So I have been kind of slacking on my hit sticks. I'll still try to get a couple in this video. But you see Clemson, look, they're hitting me with that underneath. See, that is when I could have broke on if I was more in position. But sometimes it's not going to work 100% of the time, you feel me? But right here, 1st and goal, sing it for me! I appreciate that, dog! You see me taking that thing all the way back for the touchdown! Trying to do our thing out of here. That celebration was called Vibes. You have to hit up on the right thumbstick to pull that one off. You know, if you hit the start menu, you can see every single celebration that you can pull off or whatnot with touchdowns, 1st downs, interceptions. Look, I was trying to strip the ball right there again, but they have a 3rd down and 10. I'm leaving my dude open and he's catching that one underneath. Now, I was playing a little cautious in this game just because I knew the stakes were the college football playoff. So I wasn't trying to risk getting beat over the top. That's why they're catching those shorter routes this game. But on 3rd and 5, over the middle, it's going to be incomplete. And they are going to be forced to kick a field goal. 21-10 now. But they have the ball back, and you already know things can turn in a heartbeat. And they're breaking all kinds of tackles. You know how it is up here, brother. 3rd down and inches. Running the ball, and they are going to get the 1st and keep the drive going right here. Not what I like to see, man. We cannot let Clemson come back. Like I said before, we know exactly what their offense is capable of because we saw them put up 53. But it's a fumble, and we are going to recover the ball, folks. Will you look at that? We really needed that turnover, but check it out. The score still remains the same. I ended up calling the timeout right here to try to get the ball back because it's 3rd and 23 with 1:12 left in the half, but I'm going over here to my settings for all the non-believers that I'm still playing on Heisman, and you know you cannot switch your difficulty when you're already in game, all right? I don't see why y'all don't believe when people play on Heisman. I don't get it, dog. Y'all do realize that I upload videos for a living. That means I have to be somewhat decent at the game and put in a lot of hours. So I called that timeout. It really didn't matter. 21-10, and we went into halftime. And Clemson has the ball getting sacked. Way back, it's going to be 3rd and 18. And the Tar Heel fans in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome are going absolutely bananas right now. They know that we have the momentum. They know that we're trying to do everything that we can to come out and get this victory. On 3rd and long, let's see what they're going to do right here. Oh, he's winding up. Throw it in my way! No! QB, if you throw my way, I am going to make you pay. That's exactly what I do. About to do the strap celebration and my teammate messed it up. London wasn't too happy about that. You know he had the camera on him. You know we like to come out here and shine. But you see our offense has still not done anything since like the first quarter, right? Ever since I got that pick 6. And it's still 21-10. We're letting Clemson hang around this game, which I do not like. Because if they score right here and get the ball back, they'll have the opportunity to wait a minute. I am getting my third interception, and I'm trying to run that thing all the way back, but I get pushed out of bounds. Can you believe this dude, London Bridges? Wow, man, my third interception of the game. And now it looks like that woke up our offense because we are in the end zone. Now up 28-10. So I showed you pretty much the three scenarios. Oh, wait! Man, if he would have thrown that one on target, it probably would have been a pick as well. I was right in position to get that one. But I have 3 on the day, and I'm happy about that! And now my teammates are getting involved too. 31-10. We got a field goal after that one. They're trying to run a screen. Coming up, making the huge hit. And look at us in the end zone, brother. So I feel like we pretty much have this game locked up, right? And when we're in the fourth quarter, oh wait, he's throwing that thing. Another interception! They do end up taking me out for a large portion of the fourth quarter, but check this out. This is the only way that Clemson is able to start getting in the end zone, dude. So they end up scoring right here. I'm like, oh boy, okay. Please don't let the game cheat me, bruh. 38-17. They're getting in there again. All right, game. Don't be cheating now. 4th down and 7.
What in the blue moon?
I'm like, if they get the onside, if they would have got the onside kick now, we definitely would have been in trouble. But instead, victory formation. And we're gonna walk out of here with a W. 38-32. Not quite 53-56, but I'm happy about our victory. I am the player of the game in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, and we are gonna be moving on to the next round of the college football playoffs. So I'm gonna show you that bracket here at the end. I hope the tutorial ended up helping you. Go out there and snag them user picks and sing the user song, aight? Remember, upgrade that speed, use it to your advantage to bait the quarterback, incorporate that strafe button, and just try to recognize the plays that the other team is running. You know what I'm saying? So National Defensive Player of the Week. And I wonder, who are we going to be facing in the next game? It's going to be the Georgia Bulldogs. Oh, boy. Take me out of here, Siri.
That's nasty. Peace.